Hi, I'm Tom Wishon, and again, thanks for your interest in professional club fitting. I wanted to talk today a little bit about how professional club fitting can help improve your shot consistency. Okay, what I mean by shot consistency, there's several different elements within it. On-center hit consistency, being able to fit the important elements of the golf club that will affect directly how much, how often you can hit the ball on center, to hit the ball on center more often than not with this. Swing tempo consistency. A lot of people end up having shot consistency problems because their tempo varies, from one swing to another, and they have a hard time nailing down a repeatable golf swing, to achieve greater shot consistency. Well, the key elements in club fitting that your professional club fitter is going to look at with regard to shot consistency are going to consist of the following, okay? Length of the golf club's critical. Longer the length of the golf club, the more difficult it is to control the golf club. You can't control the golf club, you can't hit the ball consistently. It's as plain and simple as that. Within the woods, the length fitting has to be done to match to the golfer's swing characteristics and ability. There's no question about that. And this is something that your fitter is going to look at. He's going to look at things like your swing tempo, your swing path, where you unhinge your wrist cock release, your natural sense of rhythm and timing in the swing to begin with, your golf athletic ability, in other words, as well. And what the idea of proper length fitting for shot consistency in the driver and the woods is to try and get the golfer into the longest length that he can control. Okay, that's the key point. The longest length that he can control, which means it's usually going to be a lot shorter than what the standard lengths are that the industry gives you, for drivers and fairway woods today. So getting the lengths fit correctly is a first main key for shot consistency, no question about it. In the irons, the length fitting, of course, is done for comfort so that the golfer can maintain a comfortable spine angle, comfortable posture and stance position, doesn't feel like he has to bend over, crouch down. And in many cases, the fitting for shot consistency with the irons is going to involve changing from the usual half-inch increment between irons that every company uses and going into something different like 3/8 inch increments so that the clubs and the irons get progressively and slightly longer as you go higher in number. Thus, once you get down to the 8-9 wedges, you don't feel like you have to crouch down or bend over as much, and you can maintain your proper posture to be more consistent as you turn through the shot. So length fitting is a key element of shot consistency. Okay, without question, the weighting of your golf clubs, again, is such an important element. We talked about it with regard to distance, with regard to accuracy, and we talk about the weighting of your golf clubs as key for improving and maximizing shot consistency. And we're talking about that combination of the total weight of the golf club combined with the head weight feel of the golf club. In other words, total weight as controlled chiefly by shaft weight, head weight expressed a lot by either swing weight or, as we're talking about, the whole moment of inertia of the golf club and getting that matched correctly to each golfer's combination of their strength and their swing forces and their downswing tempo and their sense of feel for what they perceive to be the right weight that's not too light, not too heavy, with it. Get that weighting, that whole combination of weighting, total weight, swing weight, MOI of the golf club, get that all correct for each golfer. They're going to achieve their highest level of shot consistency. Okay, set makeup is a big one for being able to improve consistency, okay? Why have a club in your bag if you can't hit it consistently the vast majority of the time? And by consistently, I mean on center, that you can control the tempo and you feel pretty good about it. In other words, the obvious one, be honest with yourself on the low loft irons. If you can't hit the low loft iron consistently well up in the air and on center, get rid of it and find either a high loft fairway wood or hybrids to take their place, to hit the ball the same distance, but which will be easier to hit, more consistent. Set makeup is a big one for being able to come up with the right combination of what clubs that you're going to have the highest percentage of consistency with hitting with this. Face angle on the driver in the woods. Okay, we talked about it big time for accuracy, no question. It's one of the most important fitting factors for helping to improve golfers' accuracy. The face angle of the driver, fairway woods, and even your hybrids. Well, that's a part of shot consistency as well, for this, because if we're slicing the ball out of play, more often than not, well, that's not very consistent play. So by getting the face angle properly fit for your swing path, your delivery of the face angle, your typical ball flight pattern, this is going to help make you a lot more consistent player as well, to be able to get this. Lie angle is another big one, that has to do with shot consistency. If you've never been dynamically fit for the lie angle of your clubs, then you're missing one important element that could be improving your shot consistency. And without question, lie angle has to be fit through a dynamic lie fitting procedure performed by your professional club fitter. And to finish it off, the comfort of the grip. Getting the grip size so it's exactly comfortable to each golfer, so the golfer can maintain a secure hold with the least amount of grip pressure and the least amount of muscle contraction in the forearms. And again, grip fitting can start with measurements of the hand and the fingers, but that's only a starting point. It's up to each individual golfer to tell the club fitter what's comfortable, what size is going to allow me to hang onto the club securely with the least amount of grip pressure. Least amount of grip pressure means you're going to be much more consistent with your swing tempo. So those are the key elements of shot consistency. Now some people may ask and say, well, Tom, you haven't talked at all about the shaft flex within this. And there's probably a lot of golfers out there who've switched shafts and all of a sudden they find that they're more consistent with the shot. More of that comes from getting into a shaft flex that feels right to the golfer, if he has that perception for what feels like too much bending, too stiff during the swing. Some of it also for better players or more experienced players with regard to getting into the shaft flex and bend profile that generates the more consistent shot pattern for the shape of the shot, the height of the shot, the trajectory of the shot, the angle of descent of the shot. So yes, there is a certain element in there for shaft flex fitting with regard to improving shot consistency. But that's mostly in the hands of, as the golfer's club head speed increases, and as their downswing acceleration is a little bit more aggressive, and as their release is later in the downswing, these are the swing elements that bring the shaft's stiffness design into play to be able to create differences in the shape of the shot for that. So, shot consistency, we're looking heavily at length, the weighting of the golf clubs in combination of total weight and swing weight, or the MOI of the golf club, your set makeup, what complement of clubs is best for you, so you have the highest number of clubs you can hit most consistently on center to fly, the face angle in your woods and your hybrids and your driver, lie angle to be fit dynamically, and getting a grip size that's comfortable and allows you to maintain a secure hold on the club with the least amount of grip pressure. And that's how we improve shot consistency through proper club fitting. Thanks very much for your interest.